Ja.
Ja.
Start your video immediately.
And go.
Isolation Nation. It looks like it's not going to work out for my campaign. Holy Lord. We did this. My goodness, what a wonderful day. I haven't even checked the news. I just feel good today. I don't even know what's going on. But I'm super excited just for living this morning. Let's, without any further ado, watch one of these moves. You ever seen one of these moves on television before? Or on web television? Blam! Not done by Chris Bowers. Boom!
Woo!
Oh, the sweet taste of light, watered down victory. My friends, please welcome the second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine. His name is Press Secretary Hofstetter.
Yes, turns out I've been press secretary for Joe Biden this whole time. I was a double agent. It all worked.
Biden your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a beer to celebrate because I'm sober, but let's do it with fries. If you want to support the show, please do so. The top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdsshow.com. Of course, you can super chat on the YouTube, throw in those Facebook stars, and let's get Chris Bowers up here. Chris Bowers.
He didn't even bite the fry. Oh, there he did. Okay, good. Bow wow.
You Ben, here we go. I made this joke the first day of this show. Here's when you know something's the truth. When MSNBC and Fox News say the same thing, then you know it's true, right? So I've actually been watching Fox all morning. It's been amazing. Karl Rove said he needs to concede. Holy shit, that's a fucking...
Yes.
That's
I had to find my American flag cowboy hat, but Carmel's been making me organize the house, and I can't find any of my stuff, and it hurts me. It hurts me.
I actually complained. I complained at the front desk that this hotel does not come with American flag cowboy hats. I am a titanium member, and I deserve my American flag cowboy hat.
Now I think it's also a good moment when you see that all the TVs and all the lobbies of all the hotels today switched from Fox News to MSNBC. So you know that's how we're changing the guard. Queen Rachel's here. Queen, how are you doing? Are you excited?
Queen.
What's going on?
I don't have anything blue, but I got a tortilla. So excited.
Yes.
So exciting.
Yes.
Yes.
It was actually in. I was in Pennsylvania when the announcement came across.
Wait, they called Pennsylvania? I thought it was just looking good for our guy. We won?
And Ben doesn't watch the show. So when they called it, I was in Pennsylvania, and I pulled over to like a rural gas station, and I got out of the car to just kind of reflect on the moment, and I looked over at this rural gas station in Pennsylvania, and there was a Biden-Harris sign, and I was like, "Fuck
You're
yeah!"
in Pennsylvania?
You're in Pennsylvania? Wow.
Well, now I'm in New York. I kept going, but at the time I was in Pennsylvania.
Nothing stops Steve Hofstetter.
Well, I mean, my fries were in New York.
Fair enough. We got a new president. You hear that, you wooden bitch?
Oh my God. Yeah. So we did not have an overnight game because of, again, it's Saturday morning, so it's too early. Steve, what's today's game?
Today's game is pretty simple. Today's game is make a movie more progressive. In honor of our country finally kind of getting there. We're still very right-wing compared to almost every other country in the world. But the point is, we're getting better. And so to give you an example, No Country for Racist Men, or The Hunt for Blue November, or Three Men and a Little Human Who Does Not Identify as a Specific Gender. So the title of a movie, make it more progressive, and the way you submit is you comment on any of our streams, whether it is our Twitch, our Twitter, our our YouTube or our Facebook, or if you want to actually have a chance of winning the game as well as having a chance of being read, or a better chance of being read at the end of the show, you tip with at least $5. Super Chat, PayPal, Venmo, any of that stuff, and throw it in there. So make a movie more progressive and throw those in there.
Hey guys, just a quick thing. I just went to CNN.com, and don't mean there's a spoiler alert, but Biden wins. Da 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 da.
Ben, you want to introduce our special guests right now?
Absolutely, I would. I am very excited to introduce to you. Do we have? Well, let me just first see before I misintroduce. Jason Sklar is with us, ladies
What's up?
and gentlemen, and Randy Sklar is with us. Randy, turn your camera on as well. We've got the Sklar brothers in the house.
Please do not tell me the results of the election. I'm DVRing it.
No,
Please.
I'll never say anything.
Democrats are up 5-2 in the 8th, but anybody's ballgame.
What's up, Randy?
How are you guys?
200-hour DVRs? Jesus Christ! How could you be DVRing this whole?
It's a TiVo, guys. It's a TiVo, so it has a lot of TiVo's power.
Oh my God! When they announced it, all I heard in my house was Biden wins. Biden wins.
And on my TiVo, they said, if you like this, you'll also like democracy. Give suggestions. I love that on Randy's joke, we both had to adjust our seating. We were like,
we're all davening right now.
Nice.
I just went through my neighborhood and took pictures of pumpkins that had rotted in hopes of this moment.
In hopes of what?
In hopes of this moment, just to post it up like. Here's another one. Here's another example. What does this remind you of? Guys, by the way, we have to be at the Four Seasons Total Landscaping Company to make an announcement pretty soon.
Yeah, what was that?
So I don't know if you know this, because this is happening the comedy is happening in real time. That Trump, I guess, tried to make an announcement that they were going to make their their lawyers were going to speak about how they disregard all these results at the Four Seasons Hotel in Philadelphia, but I guess they didn't clear it with them, and so they switched it to the Four Seasons Total Landscaping Company, like in Camden, New Jersey. It's like the biggest shithole on earth, and they had to go with it. Go look online, you guys will. It's basically a 30 Rock sketch. It's so funny. But the good news is they totally remulched. And I wanted to keep going.
Yes, you guys know the old adage: every time a pumpkin rots, a Trump gets thrown from office. I think you guys know that.
We've always said this about Glenn Beck, who's probably crying right now, that every time Glenn Beck cries, a mosquito gets its wings. It's really
I actually thought the reason he lost the election is because you can't wear white supremacy after Labor Day.
That's right.
Correct. January 21st, Mar-a-Lago. Here's an image of the future, my friends.
Nobody needs to see that. Oh, God.
That is an ass with an ass. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Let's introduce our front row, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
I think that there's an overnight game?
We already did it. The overnight game we didn't have. We already played the regular game.
We are all discombobulated
We're
today.
discombobulated.
Row, turn on those cameras.
Turn on your cameras.
Front
Lend us your faces and your laughter. Friends, we are here with audience member Meg Begley, still sticking with the telethon vibes. We've got Zara Bending wearing her Ginsburg finest from Australia. We've got Tam Brown with us. Our friend Strumpkin is out. Jennifer Story is here with us. Celebrating, drinking, I love it. Savannah Martin graduates, is back, the proud owner of a lot of my face. Great to see you here, Savannah. Lady Corbin, great hat. I gotta find my American flag cowboy hat. Matthew Plummer's back with us. We've got Daniel Graves. Dave Adler's with us. Tina from New Zealand, hopefully coming straight from the Garden Center, which will not be named. We've got Lindsey Brown. There it is. Patriotic napkin and champagne just been popped. Love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shannon of Pumpkin Burke is here with us. We've got the Brad Clark 5. Frank Notaro, less angle for more balloon celebration. Marissa Mayrick is with us. Red Beard Rob.
Oh, wait, Rob dyed his beard, right?
Oh, shit. Are we about to reveal this? Yes.
Rob,
see it?
show us. Did you
Okay,
dye
here
your
you
beard?
go. Tell me what you think.
What?
Oh shit,
Oh.
that's the fake one.
That's
Bill.
still a.
Wait a minute.
It's-
How about that one?
Oh,
Wow.
America.
Thanks, Jeff.
wow, love that. That looks good, Rob.
Oh wow, he did it for me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The paper stars are screwed up.
That is incredible. Hey,
And
You
I
only have stars for the number of states that Trump won.
just
While I have this on
abound.
my face, while I've got this on my face, I have to say this one time. You people who put makeup on your face every day, damn, I don't know how you do it.
What do you people?
That's a good
It either
one.
means women or actors, and damn it, I'll take both.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I could never be a clown. Well, not that kind. Thank you,
I
guys.
will let that go. I'm gonna let that slide. Look in a mirror or whatever. But August Gus Walsh with the "You're Fired" background is with us. Allie West is here. Hayden Lamaster, Bydon, and Jan Skittles Johnson rocking to Free Victory.
And Meg Begley, I don't know if we.
Yep, we
no.
started with
Oh, I started
Rachel
with
does
Meg.
not watch the show.
I don't. Stephen Burke's camera's off. I'm just gonna keep calling people's names.
Love that. We got, and then also just a little bit of hilarity. I literally, people on the right are losing their mind on Twitter right now. Some Trump supporter dude literally just posted this: what the electoral map really looks like, and they just made up a map that's all red with like little bits of blue.
California.
They've upgraded from the California too. They've upgraded from the Sharpie map adjustment to Photoshop at least. You got to hand them
By
that.
the way, I actually know where they got that map. There was this thing that went around where they figured out what the electoral map would look like based on just certain types of people voting. So they figured out that if just minorities voted, it would actually be 100% blue. And they figured out that if only uncollege educated white men voted, that's what it would look like. What you just held up.
Yep.
So
My
that
favorite-
person is being like, the real map is if us idiots voted.
Yeah, I saw one where it had Nevada and it was all red except for Reno and Las Vegas were blue, and they're like, "How is Nevada a blue state?" And somebody under it said, "The red is sand, you dickhead."
Because only 8 people live in Winnemucca. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. We have two great comics today. We have returning champion DJ Dangler is here. DJ, how you doing, buddy?
I just found out I was a champion. I'm excited about that. And here in Indiana, I just found out a lot of things.
Wait, with that facial hair, I'm surprised you don't have the WWE belt. That is.
He has a belt
This is
somewhere.
completely true. This isn't a joke. I have been gifted 4 replica belts by friends. I bought none. I'm not some paper champion like Ted DiBiase.
Well, it makes sense because you literally said that in this exact voice. 4 replica belts. It's the most wrestling
My
voice
disdain.
We also have new to us, Debra DiGiovanni is here. Debra.
Hi.
Hello, Deborah.
Hi. I'm so pleased with the results this morning, but as a Canadian, I'm a little disappointed that Trump didn't get in again because it was my only chance to get married. That's it. I mean, I'm happy, but I'm single, so it'll be fine.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Rachel,
Deb was working overtime for the Trump campaign, just being like, come on.
I love it. I love it.
Now it's so sweet because he's gonna hang on, and it's gonna be the saddest, most like we're gonna get to see this guy slowly disintegrate over the course of the next month or two.
so you don't think we've been doing that this whole time?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, power being pulled from the clutches.
Yeah, it's like the guy that used to be the producer of The Love Boat that can't get a table anymore. It's going to be great.
Don't you know who I used to be?
Producer of The Love Boat? What kind of a...
I just heard a very specific story about the guy who's the producer of The Love Boat was at a nice restaurant. He wasn't famous anymore and he lost his mind. Anyway, everything coming in, Rachel?
We sure do. We have 6 generals. We have Stephen Burks, who's in our live front row. Donated 40 pounds, or tipped the show 40 pounds. I missed the 150th show due to partaking in a Zoom call for a couple of drinks for people at work and then falling asleep before the show. Here's the tip that would have arrived yesterday. So,
Nice. That's actually what we did during the show, so we appreciate it.
Thank you.
we also had Tracy Myers tip the show $10 for Steve and his awesome spreadsheets. Steve. Well done.
Spreadsheets know all.
Kim
Pull a
Stewart.
spreadsheet up for my career and tell me how it's going to go.
Oh, I ran those numbers.
Not good? Okay.
Yeah,
was a
I deleted it.
Your spreadsheet's filthier than your regular sheets, Bowers.
Yeah.
We also had Kim
Our
Stewart.
career is not a spreadsheet, it's a post-it note.
Kim Stewart tipped the show $100 and said, from the progressive boomer who just received the best birthday gift ever today. Fuck Trump and his butt-kissing minions.
Awesome. Happy
Nice.
birthday, Kim, if it's your birthday, and thank you for the tip. I do want to say real quick, before I forget, we do have a new patron. Jennifer Story's now a patron, so thank you.
Jennifer!
Welcome aboard, Jennifer.
And she is part of the patron, so thanks so much for that. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Nation.
We had Sage tip the show $10, an extra gift in addition to the cash, and then he posted a link, and I got rickrolled.
We love our fans. We are never going to give you up.
America, exactly right.
Hey, if you look under the pillow on your couch, there's a Zima under there, so don't fucking look there.
God damn it. I'm literally sitting on a pillow. That's how short I am.
It would have been amazing if she picked up that pillow and then just Rick Astley was there. Like, oh!
We got Rick rolled.
He needs the gig.
Last couple, Alexander Breyer tipped the show and said, 3 cheers for Ben single-handedly saving this election.
Thank you. Overstated again, but so kind.
And then Jennifer Story, our new patron, Treon, that one, tipped the show and said, Ben, you may not be the president of the United States, but you're the president of our hearts. Speak for yourself, Jennifer.
Don't even let me have a moment of enjoyment.
Sorry. Take it in.
Also, I hereby resign as press secretary to the president of our hearts.
Rachel, that is why we don't have a monarchy in America, because queens get power hungry, just so you know.
Put their head.
Let's get to a comic.
All right, let's go right now. He's one of my Indiana boys. I've been criticized for too many Indiana people, but I think they keep bringing it and they keep being funny. One of my good friends, DJ Dangler, everybody. Woo! DJ.
I feel so ill-prepared to be the voice of joy coming to you from deep in the heartland. I'm going to give it my best, but like if I was to do this set out loud tonight, it would have fewer laughs in this room than I would have by myself. Does that make sense? I'll be laughing more at this than I would to an audience. But I think I have, I mean this, I think I have the plan, the consolation plan. And I got the idea from the Civil War. I know they love statues, and I'm proposing a Trump statue on the moon. Huge, so huge, with capital Y, right? Bigger than any shit they could do in South Dakota, way big, 10 times, just him, all right? Moon physics, so we can get bigger than the actual structure, right? Bigger by all standards, biggest statue ever, right? And it looks exactly, but what we don't tell them is we're going to send spaceships that look just like dicks to and from the mouth. Spaceships already look a lot like dicks, but we go out of our way to make them look more like dicks. All right? And that's juvenile. And that's not, so only women can pilot them or draw or whatever. I just feel like, dudes, I've seen our notebooks. We have the upper hand on dick design technology. I've put in a disturbing amount of time just figuring out the like makeup to put on mine. But so that's it. And then here's my plan for people that are like, no, statues are just for learning. All right. They're not just for like statements. That's where I get most of my education. That's why we don't put them in museums. We put them up for everybody to see, right? I don't know. I did most of my learning from monuments. We promised that our next president, who I am predicting pretty openly, is going to be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Mm-hmm. Right? Gets an even bigger statue in front. I got this idea from Wall Street, also a lesson from Trump. So, right, you can change a statue by putting something in front of it. We build a bigger Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson statue with his pants down a little bit. And we don't build a statue penis. That's too gross. But we let the spaceships go in and out. Right? And it can even go in the butt, so it's not homophobic, which is a step in the right direction. I'm not designed to be woke. I'm not good at it, but I'm frequently up all night, and those two kind of overlap. And we work together. So that's my plan. I don't know. That's where I'm at. I feel good about it. I've been staying away from the news, trying to stay creative. It's hard to just not dwell on shit. So it's hard because like I confuse a lot of my information with like what I'm watching. And like a lot of it matches in tone right now. So I'm confusing like the news with Law and Order episodes. It's cool. I'm just watching ripped from the headlines, but it's still old sources. And I'm tying all my shit together. This is going on in my favorite news source, pro wrestling, and it's going to be weird, and I'm going to lose the audience, but I'm not sure on time. Okay, yeah, this should work fine. People are going to believe me. You guys have already alluded to the fact that I've got belts. I don't have to show them. That's just a trinket. In professional wrestling currently, there's a guy, and he came out with like an awful bunch of hate speech. I'm trying to think like there's a professional wrestler, his name's Lars Sullivan, and he came out with like a bunch of awful tweets, and they're gross and they're homophobic and misogynistic, and that's really dark. Nobody was surprised. But then it came out that like he was in a gay porno, which is hilarious to me, right? And like I want to make fun of it so hard, but like I want to see if I can get this big guy to kill himself. Aren't the words of a hero. Does that like, I'm like, how much mean can you make to a damaged? I'm like, I don't really. David didn't poison Goliath, you know. So here's my idea. I think the best thing I could do would be come up with the scariest pro wrestling character for him I can imagine, which is pretty easy to go with. Like scary closeted gay guy is the reason I learned how to fight. Like, I low-key think it's the reason Americans think gym class is important. I don't know what the lesson is, but there's something to be learned, right? So here's my idea, right? Like we make him like creepy Uncle Sticky Fingers. He's your scary wrestling coach. He's got the Sandusky driver, the only finishing move outlawed in all 50s. It's the only finishing move you've got to do to him. I'm all about compromise. I think that's my time. This one as well as it could. I talked about weird shit. It's different here.
Dangler, everybody. DJ Dangler. Top right of the screen. Tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, you can super chat on the YouTube. Do all of that stuff.
DJ, the finishing move you have to do on him is fucking hilarious. I like
it. I'm not a real good wrestler yet, but that's a move on itself. I can work around that joke and fill 5 minutes if all we're doing is filling time.
Can I make a suggestion?
Please do.
Is just that he only wrestles tag team always.
Perfect. If I was of the note-taking sort, I'd say.
You don't have to use it. Don't.
Oh, are you kidding? I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna say I beat you in a match for it.
Yeah, if you don't use it, I'm gonna do the whole bit with it. Because if you pass on the tag, it's my bit.
4 of them in the story. 4 of them.
So was that the world's first tag team tag? Because that was impressive.
We tag a lot of jokes all the time. Usually,
oh yeah.
I mean, we make the joke about this within our act that we love tagging joke. Like comics come off stage, we're always like, that's a great joke. I love that joke. I got a tag for you.
And I'm always like, I have a tag for his joke.
And I'm like, I have tags for jokes you haven't even written yet.
I have tags for tags that have never even seen the light of day.
And I'm like, it's a tagging vortex. The point is keep doing comedy.
Well, I tell you what, there's nothing more reassuring than when people tell you to keep doing something you entirely intend on continuing to do, regardless of anybody's advice.
Right.
We're going to clip this section out, put it as a highlight online, and we're going to tag everybody. We're going to tag all.
I have a question about tags. And so for the uninitiated, a tag just basically means an extra joke on top of the last joke. It's kind of a joke where the original joke is the punchline. So Sklar Brothers.
My definition of tag is a joke added to a joke by a better comedian in the back of the room. That's
that. You could also write your own tags, but the point is, sometimes. So I have approached comics after shows, and I have learned to say, "Would you like a tag?" Because there are comedians who absolutely don't. And it always, I don't know if frustrates the right word. It confuses me, surprises me that there are some comedians that are like, "Oh no, thanks."
Yeah.
You don't want an idea from someone else that you don't have to take?
Yeah. That's right.
I'm
I think maybe that's just from you, Steve, because people take tags from me and the Sklars all the time. Maybe this is more of a Steve Hofstetter thing.
And, yeah, absolutely.
Hofstetter approaches them and they're like, "Don't destroy me! Don't destroy me!"
You want a tag? Live a better life. Quit comedy. Oh fuck, that's not what
I think taking
what your problem is.
I think it comes from being like secure in your writing. Like it's one of those you're like, oh yeah, no, I can write a good joke. But if you've ever written anything, writing it twice is usually better.
It is. And truthfully, like one way we like to go about it is like, oh my God, I love this bit that you did. I thought you were going to go this way with it, which I love what you did. I just thought you were going to, have you ever tried exploring it in this direction? And
you ever thought about being more creative with it and like not obviously
it's
we all
so
fucking
funny,
saw
Randy.
coming? What if you went the other direction where it was actually funny?
Have you ever thought of finishing your writing? Just a thought.
Andy, I love the idea that you're like, you have to trick comedians into being better comedians. Like that they're so stubborn. And you're like, no, I will help you whether you want it or not.
And by the way, people have come up to us and said, hey, this is so funny. I was just thinking of this in the back. And we're like, that's great. Can we use it? And they're like, yeah, who cares? I'm not going to use it. And so there is this comedy, I think, and tell me if you guys disagree or agree, that like the give and take of the comedy universe, it's like take a penny, I leave a penny, and then you take a penny.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's go.
Perfect. Yeah.
I agree, but the way I like to approach comics, oftentimes I'll just couch it in like what must be going on in their life. I'll be like, look, we get it. Writing takes time. You must have been busy, but here's some stuff you could do.
No, I'll be honest. Some of the best lines in my act come from tag suggestions. My whole act was I just went on stage once and said, "Hello, my name is Steve," and then the entire rest was just tags written by other people.
They really
They have
captured
most of
your
those
voice.
tags. I felt good about that special that came out a couple years.
What were you going to say, DJ?
No, not taking tags. I think it just comes from the same insecurity that lets a guy grow this mustache. The
Right.
first thing I thought, like when you said that tag, I was like, oh, of course the twins have a tag team wrestling
That's
joke.
right. Well, hey.
But that's also why it's funny and brilliant. Like you guys are, hell, that's weird. The guys that clearly look at it from that angle fucking have things figured out. Oh, that makes sense.
They were on the
Angle.
show Glow, DJ. What show about wrestling were you on? Okay.
He's been on lots of shows about wrestling, just not that anybody's ever seen.
Yeah, I've
I
got
don't wanna
dozens of
di-
people that watch me announce for guys with similar physiques and bigger dreams than me.
I always imagine every gay man is part of a tag team.
And every match is an Indian strap match.
Hey-o!
Rachel, what do we got coming in?
All right. So far we got, let's see, for DJ, we've got Renee tipped $15 and said, "Hot damn, bud."
That's more concerning. I'm flattered and nervous for Renee.
Matt Beto tipped $5 and said, "DJ, you finally found Mike Pence's dream job. He wants to be the pilot flying into Donnie's booty."
Wait, we had a Mike Pence, basically, can I just interject here? I don't want to take too much time, but when we were in Indiana and we were at performing at Bloomington, basically we had to wait on the ground. We flew all the way to Indianapolis, had to wait on the ground for an hour because Mike Pence's plane had been on the tarmac. And what we learned, or what we imagined, Jay, you can explain what we imagined.
Our guess was that Mike Pence found out that a plane had tried to enter a hangar through the backside, and he does not approve of that.
So he went up into the airplane control tower and tried to reprogram it so it would go in the front way, the way God intended it.
Yes.
Here's a line that would have been funnier 3 minutes ago and still wouldn't have been that funny. You know who doesn't like being tagged? Sharks.
Hey.
Oh my
Biden won.
What? Someone explain that one to me. I didn't get that one, Ben. It's not funny.
We can just move on too.
Hard sharks. Tag
You know
sharks.
what, Ben, text Bowers what that joke was supposed to mean,
Yeah.
and
No, they tag certain sea life to track them, or even above ground.
Oh, I get it. I get like the little thing in their ear. Do sharks have ears? Okay.
tags,
No.
tips.
Kim Stewart tipped $10 and said, "DJ, can you send Trump to the moon, please?"
If I had a Patreon to do it, I would dedicate that money and spend it as well as he would. I'll promise that.
We also had Tam tip you $5 and said, "It would seem that naming it the Johnson Space Center was precedent. How do we start campaigning for the erection of the statue?" That is.
I feel like I can throw my name on there because it works, but it seems tacky to just say it. But Dangler seems like until we have the money for the election.
Alexander Breyer also tipped and said, "I have 3 kids screaming, so I couldn't hear a lot of your set, but I'm all for sending dicks to Trump." Zara Bending tipped $5. "The finishing move sounds like a headshot off the dome. Hilarious as always, DJ." Jennifer Story $5 for DJ because weird makes the world interesting.
Oh, that's the nicest way anyone's ever called you weird ever. That's great.
That's not nearly the nicest way anybody's called me weird. Yeah, I only get called nice in weird ways. I've never received a straight, like, in the face compliment. Mine are always like, you look like a homeless professor. That's not. You look like if a possum was a millionaire. A weird way to tell a guy something nice.
Possum was a millionaire.
Question for Jason and Randy.
Yeah.
When did you guys hear the news? What were you doing? How did you feel? What was your immediate reaction?
Jay, what about you?
So my wife yelled for me to come I was making breakfast with my daughter. I had already been up for like hours with my daughter and son. And my son wasn't up yet. And we just ran in and started screaming and yelling, which woke everyone up and woke my son up, and we celebrated. We were so excited. I mean, it was this moment where I knew it was coming, and I still, again, it felt like, Randy and I have both said this, it felt like the night that we killed bin Laden, which I'm going to quote my favorite tweet that I read that night from the hilarious Jonah Ray, who tweeted about bin Laden. He said, "Now go make God laugh," which is what they say when a comedian does.
I don't know. I am like actually happy that we called it, but we can still get election results, because I just have gotten into like a Kornacki attack. I mean, I the more Kornacki in my life, the better. It's straight pornacki for me. That dude, has there been anyone who's had a better election than him? Like, people are figuring out where his pants are from, the color, if they're Gap chinos, like the color of them. I mean, he's an amazing dude. He's like an incredible, like I've done a deep dive into the numbers on Kornacki, and the guy is unbelievable. His story is great. I highly recommend reading it, but like, I don't know what I'm going to do without Kornacki explaining stuff to me. Like, I want him explaining everything to me. I want him explaining like how much fat content is in the food that I'm eating. And like, I want him always looking at like counting centers in Philadelphia, just 4 phones going at once, just looking at that. To me, I feel bad that we're going to lose him, but I was at home and I've been on like 8 text chains, and we've just been sending the song by Nipsey Hussle, "Fuck Donald Trump," just constantly over and over to each other.
I wonder if
picture pages.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kornacki has like a cameo, or like you could.
I'm
like,
sure.
Give him $75 and he can just read out.
Wait, his Twitter is not even verified. Like, that's how much he vaulted into people's like straight up bromances with this guy. I mean, he's like, people need information. What I realize is that there's been such an assault on facts in the last 4 years that like, when real information comes in and it's truthful and it's being held by lots of people, it's like gold right now.
It's like if you've been living off of Pringles for 4 years, and then someone like cooks you a real steak.
I'm listening.
I'm currently eating trail mix.
I prefer Lay's stacks over Pringles, but I get the metaphor. Go on.
Right,
and then someone like cooks you real steak and like real potatoes, and you're like, "Oh, this is how real food tastes." I forgot how much I love it. I thought I could survive on that other stuff. I can't.
But I want the information to, like Ben said, I want this to be a long, slow burn. Like, there's not enough golf in the world for this guy to play in order for him to not get like, Nevada's coming in. I'm like, go ahead, fucking recount Georgia. You're going to lose again. Like, I just recount it a third time if you want. Like, just keep going. And this is what I would say, and this is not funny, but I think it's truthful. If the numbers were the other way and Trump won, hopefully Biden's going to get 306 electoral votes. If Trump won 306 electoral votes and won by 5 or 6 million votes, he would be touting to everyone that it was the biggest ass whooping ever. So Democrats, we need to say that that's what's happened out there.
Landslide, baby. Landslide. We need to make another Fleetwood Mac song popular while drinking Ocean Spray.
That's what we do now to celebrate. Instead of pouring Gatorade, we pour Ocean Spray on our heads.
That's right.
It's weird though that we
Y'all
have
are
to
just
like
trying to get a truck.
Yes.
Exactly. I like that it's gonna take a while to play out because the longer he thinks he has hope, the less chance he has to sell off the national parks before he leaves. So I'm afraid that if he'd have been out Tuesday night, we already would have lost Yellowstone. He'd already sold that to fucking Russia or some shit. So I want him to realize he's done like January 17th. He has 3 days to have one last party, fuck up the White House a little, and then he's out, as opposed to like 3 months of just planning to destroy everything.
So you know how back in the day when we had cords that were connected to our earphones, and you had like a couple of them that were together in the bottom of the suitcase, and you'd pull it out, and it would just be this ball of shit that you have to. That's what Biden's looking at right now.
And he's like, if I focus on this for like a year or two, we can get out of it. That's what he said.
Exactly. Yes. Untangle a bunch of shit, and facts are returning. There's going to be so much facts in the Biden administration. Get ready for a terrible pun joke. It's going to be like a fax machine. Biden won!
Rachel, let's catch up.
Karnacki, though, real quick, I think he does his cameo. Here's my idea. He just does a cameo where he calls people and he says, the results are in and your marriage is over. That's just what he does. He just delivers that news to people that are in bad marriages that need to hear it.
We're just going to call it. We're going to call it as a divorce. At CNBC.
We're going to call it as a divorce, and I'm blaming Bucks. I'm blaming Bucks County. Is that okay?
Now, how the Slippers did
50% of the returns are in, but it's a divorce.
How the Sklars did the joke about like tag teaming and they're twins, and that made sense. That's why Bowers just took it to the divorce area. Like that's what just happened.
Yeah.
That's why we should all listen to
we've been joking about this for years.
Yeah, I know. But see, I've always said if I wasn't a comic, I'd be a marriage counselor, but not to keep people together. I'd be the guy that helped you guys get out of a bad fucking situation. That's my job. I would help you like not fucking use the kids as a weapon and like split the house up right. That's
you need a show called The Breakup Artist. That's what you need.
I call it relationship intervention, but yeah, I'm pitching
how about the pick up the pieces artist?
How about the cut your losses expert?
Instead of good luck Chuck, he's bye Bowers.
Yeah. All right, Rachel, what do we got?
All right, so for DJ, we have Matthew Plummer tipped DJ $5 and said, fantastic. Not that I could be in a bad mood today, but thank you for adding to it.
Nice. Appreciate it. That's all. Yeah, that's so flattered. Thanks, man.
Sage tipped $5 and said, my uncle's actually in the New England Wrestling Hall of Fame, and his wrestling name was in Big Woody. Definitely look him up. I promise I won't rickroll you.
That sounds like a rickroll right there. I wouldn't trust that.
Yeah. Just
Lindsay
Google Big Woody
that
wrestler. See what happens. All right.
Lindsay Brown tipped $5. Nice set, DJ. When you said penis statues, I thought of the water tower in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Google image search it if unfamiliar. You're welcome.
How the fuck did you just pronounce Ypsilanti correct?
Because she texted me that.
Hell, Matt.
Oh, I mean, I just sounded it out.
You should just be like, because I know stuff.
I know Ypsilanti.
Yep, right next door. That Ypsilanti is right next door, the neighboring county to Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Yeah,
we know that.
Yeah,
Eastern Michigan.
Bowers drinks and Rachel knows things.
Route 23. Ypsilanti's on 23. Michigan 23.
Right.
Stormy Daniels described Trump's penis as a little baby carrot. Whenever we see Trump in public the rest of his life, we should throw baby carrots at him. I think that's.
I didn't hate Trump till I heard he had a carrot dick, and then I'm like, I'm out. I hate vegetables.
I was mad at him for copying my style.
That's right. You've heard of Carrot Top, the comedian? He's Carrot Bottom.
Yeah. And just like regular carrots, whenever you consume anything that Trump has, your vision gets better. See more clearly.
Rach, what do we got?
So we got some generals. Zara tipped the show and said, for Steve enjoying his soup on air today.
By the way, can I just say, after yesterday's weird soup club shit from that show, and I figured, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I got soup and ate it on the show this time? And so I got my Uber Eats. I got to the hotel right before, and I got my Uber Eats, and I like ordered some soup. And then they called me right before the show started, and they were like, hey, we haven't delivered yet because we're out of chicken noodle soup. And I was like, oh. I was like, do you have any other kind of soup? And they're like, we have lentil soup. I'm like, it's just for a bit. Send it. They were like, what? I'm like, I mean, just send. Never mind.
Wait. You think the soup club canceled you so bad you can't even get soup now?
Yeah, that's what happened. Banned from even ordering the soup that I want. That's how much power they have.
You pick fights with literally every Nazi. Any Nazi will do. Steve's up for the fight.
I don't care. I don't care if it's white supremacist. I don't care if it's grammar. I don't care if it's soup. If you're a Nazi, I'm coming for you.
White supremacist to white bean. Steve got your number.
All right, a couple more, and then I want to get to Debra's set. Shannon Burke tipped the show and said, Trump was elected on my 46th birthday. I'm so happy to see the 46th president announced the day before my 50th.
Nice.
By the way, I tweeted this, but we should from now on refer to when you kick somebody out of a place, we should change the term from 86th to 46th.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, like when you go back and fix a word like a backronym. Yeah, I'm for it. I have no idea. 86 used to mean something, but I know it because of waiting tables.
And then last one we had is Lilith tipped the show and said to Ben Gleib for his tireless, unrelenting, and amazing work to turn it blue. Now my African-American niece can live with a little less fear. And now maybe I have a chance to survive a pandemic that would have almost certainly killed me in a state where 1 in 15 had died.
Wow.
1 in
Love,
15
so much love.
have had it, or have died.
There you go.
Thank you for your message.
Wow, that's a great tip to end on so we can do a comic. Good job. All right, one of people is dead. Are you guys ready for a comic?
Wait.
Let's go.
Wait, before we have Debra up, can anyone make us sadder?
Hold on, let me look.
No, Lilith, that was absolutely beautiful, and thank you for doing that. That was
Yeah,
fantastic.
no, we appreciate
You
it.
want to make us sadder real quick, Bowers? Do you want to do a set to warm up? Or?
Oh, shit. By the way, I make a joke about him getting divorced. Everybody goes, oh. And then Ben insults his talent. Everybody's like, yeah, the best joke ever.
Because Ben was obviously kidding, and I have been divorced, and it is a sore spot. That's the difference,
Correct.
Steve.
That's correct.
Ben was making an obvious joke that we
know
all
how
were in
funny
on because we're all
Bowers
good
is.
friends
Very
and
funny
brothers,
guy.
and you were making fun of the worst thing that ever happened to me. That's
Very
hurt.
Shut up, I got soup, and I'm happy.
How about this? Can I merge
You can freeze.
both shows?
You just froze, Jason.
Possible.
Say it again.
There you go.
All right. Can I? How about now? Can I try to merge the jokes?
Please.
No.
Is that all right?
Please.
Yeah.
When Bowers performs, it's like he's getting a divorce with the audience every time.
I sell so much merch, they get half my shit. All right.
Bowers does open mic at Zales.
Don't diss the open mic at Zales, dude. Fucking shine bright like a diamond. All right, let's get to our next comic. I'm very excited. First time, I think she's gonna be great. Give it for Debra DiGiovanni.
Oh, woefully unprepared for this. Yeah, Canadian girl, nothing to input. Thrilled to be here. I will say that the last comment was, I'm uninterested in this. So God bless her. I don't know who that was. Savvy Martin or Samantha. Anyway, look, I'm jazzed to be here. I'm glad. I'm so thrilled for the results this morning. I tweeted that right after the announcement came in, and how I celebrated was I was chasing my cat around my apartment because she was screaming because she had a chunk of shit stuck to her ass, and I was like, this is probably how Trump will also leave office. So it's this is nice. I'm getting a little, prequel. I'll tell you a little preview They are doing the show. The guys had sent me, and they was like, stand. You should probably stand for your set. But I was like, I'm not going to stand because why break the seal? I've literally not stood in 9 months since the bottom of my feet is like baby skin now. It's just it's perfect. I log roll around my apartment. So the minute I found out the news this morning, it's like my headache. I've had a tension headache all week, and it dissipated immediately. And I feel like a lot of us, it's been a very rough week, and we've all been, waiting on edge. And I think a lot of us have been relying on our therapists. I have, and all of my friends. And I am Canadian. I've been in LA for 7 years, and I have a very good therapist in Toronto who I didn't want to leave. I was like, I still want to work with you. So now I do my therapy over the phone, which is fine. And now because of the pandemic, a lot of my friends, they're doing their therapy on, FaceTime or Zoom or whatever. And they're like, don't you think it's weird? And I'm like, to be honest with you, I prefer doing therapy over the phone because that way my therapist has no idea when I'm masturbating. He has no idea. I could be right now. You have no idea. I'm a lefty. Anyway, I'll say I think a lot of us do this week. I think we can admit that we've all been, trying to relax and watching a lot of porn. I know. I'll say it. I'll tell you, I've been watching the same pornography for the last 25 years. The same one. It's a 5-minute clip. And he kisses her shoulder, and then I turn it off. I don't need more. You know what I'm saying? Imagination. I'm like, I'll take it from here. But I've been watching the same one 25 years. And I'll tell you, I'm sure the actors in the film, I'm sure they're long dead at this point. They've got it. So what I'm telling you is I am watching porn in memoriam. This is what I've done good work. And also, what about people that really punctuate the L in the word film? Those people? Film? Oh, you're a monster. But I'll tell you, I decided to shake up the porn. I was like, all right, let's get wild this week, Dage. Let's see something else. So I've been doing some research, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm horrified to tell you that, are you aware that now choking a person is considered vanilla? Choking another human person is considered vanilla sex. Okay, let me see this. If that's vanilla, please do not tell me what Rocky Road is. I'll never sleep again. I'll never. What's happening? Another thing, I'll tell this. The Sklars, listen to me right now. Did you know this? That a very popular genre of porn is twins. It's very popular. I'm a twin. I have a twin sister. And do Rachel as well. And I'm going to tell you, I think we can all agree, the last thing on this earth I want to see is my sister do something sexual. Are you kidding me? If she kisses her husband, I vomit for a month. Do you understand? I'm like, we shared a uterus for 9 months. We do not want to share another one. Free women, do you see what I did there? It's 2020. Biden's in office. We're safe. We're fine. We're good. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I am very glad that the world, the millennials really, have changed the word horny to thirsty. I always hated the word horny. I hate it. But thirsty, I can get behind because I won't lie to you. I could use a drink. I could use a drink. I'm showing signs of dehydration. You know what I mean? The other day, I see a hot dude in a skateboard and my veins collapsed. Because that. Google it. I can't do everything. I'll tell you this, everyone. Now, I've been single for a long time, but I've spent some time with some men in the last little bit. I mean, I don't have a boyfriend, but I was spending some time with a younger man because I'm one of those ladies that likes young men, and there's a term for that. It is broken emotionally. Anyway, it is hard. I'll tell you. He was 27, very young, very cute though, very cute, very dumb, very dumb. He was so dumb. He had no idea that women in their 40s can still get pregnant. He had no idea. He was like, at your age, I can still get you pregnant? I was like, oh, not after saying that, you can't. Get out of my apartment. I'm just kidding. The doors are locked. You're mine now. There's some water out, so I'm sure he's fine. But anyway, guys, yay for everything. That's me.
Giovanni, so funny. Always one of my favorites. Please, tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, You can super chat on the YouTube, do all of that stuff. Nicely done, Deborah. And I hope that young man, I hope you're feeding him well.
Yeah.
I keep scared.
Deborah, this is Randy. Deborah, I want you to do for that. I want to extend you, but she's one of my favorite comics, period. But I want you to do about being in the pandemic and the spider.
I've been doing it. The spider joke with the glass, and that's what I do for that. I've been doing it.
Will you do it? Will you please explain it to these people?
I will. Okay, I have a joke that I'm saying that I'm not alone in the pandemic because there's a spider that's been in my kitchen, and I'm scared to death to kill it because she's thick. You know what I mean? She's thick. She got the meat. You know what I mean? She's curvy, and I'm scared to death because when you kill a spider, a big one, it makes a crunching noise. And I'm like, what am I, a monster? Not gonna do it. So my idea is I got a glass and I put it over top of the spider to cut off its air supply and suffocate it to death. So what I'm telling you is I don't want it to make a crunching noise, but I will watch it die slowly. I'm gonna murder it out. I did it. And I gotta say, that spider's been under the glass for a week and it's still very much alive. It is very much alive. To be honest, I think it's gained power. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure it said my name today. I walked past the kitchen. Deborah's like, how does it know my name? It's reading my name. And then, of course, the whole tag would be that later I say about the young man and say he's under glass in my bedroom.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was seriously good, though. The last time you guys did it, and it's so fun. I love it. It's my favorite.
So
Deborah, I do appreciate that your approach to that spider is very similar to most of the people on this show's approach about Trump and the election results. They were like, no, we want it dragged out. We don't want to hear a crunch. We want him to slowly.
Die of natural causes slowly. Exactly. As long as I can watch it, I'm fine. Just his laugh, he goes through a death rattle. Fantastic. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, January 18th, Nevada is going to be like, we have 2% more in. Rachel, count tips. Unlike Nevada can count votes. What do we got?
All right. We had Alexander Breyer tip $2 for Arcanics to Deb.
Nice.
And then Savannah Martin tipped you. So Savvy in the front row chat tipped you $21.59 and said, Deborah, me saying I'm uninterested was towards the unearned hate towards my BFF. You were great.
Thank you. That's $70 in Canadian, so thank you.
And then Lilith
I love
tipped
the idea
$10.
that you live in LA for 8 years, but you still spend all just Canadian money. You just have Canadian money only. Buy everything in Canadian cash.
A stack full of loonies.
So does the Trump administration.
We had Dave Adler tip you $5 for Deborah to help quench your thirst, beer, water, or lube, your choice.
I'll put all three together and you've got a meal. Am I right?
Deborah, I think you just got kicked out of the soup club.
They don't lube your soup. They're not going to like that.
Don't drink your calories.
Deborah, during your twins jokes, I saw the Sklars nodding along too, that like it's disgusting. I actually have a twin brother, so it takes it even a step further, which is
Way worse. Way worse.
Well, it also doesn't help that Rachel's brother fucks. That dude is hot as shit. You see him? Damn, he gets some pussy. I mean, dude, fucking, he was in LA, like, fucking, that guy fucking slays. God damn.
what does that mean about me?
Also
Never
slay
been on a
your
show
ways.
with this many twins before, and it's really
What is going
weird.
on?
Like, I've never thought about you as whole people.
Jay, you know also that Bowers and I are twins?
No.
Well, when
Yeah,
you're all up on the screen, you guys each have facial hair and glasses, and then I think Jason too. Like you all look so similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually am the only host on the show that's not a twin.
Well, Deborah, we used to do a bit about the Coors Light commercial where there was like the white guy rapping, I like hanging with my friends, fun that never ends, and twins.
Oh, yeah.
To which that's like the insinuation is that it's every red-blooded male American sports fan's fantasy to like have a three-way with twins, which, as you know, is like if the twin, because if they interact at all in a sexual way, you have to move to Kentucky. I mean,
That's incest.
It's incest.
It's an incest fantasy that you're basically now perpetrating on the Coors Light purchasing community.
No, Randy, there's another verse of that song. The next verse of that song says, in separate rooms that I interact with separately.
That was just such another great example, though, of our complete hypocrisy in this country. It was like that when that commercial was running, it was the same Super Bowl as the Janet Jackson breast fiasco, and like a covered nipple of a woman where we all grew up drinking milk from that. Horribly obscene, but we should sell beer with suggesting twin incest.
Well,
it's called twincest.
You wincest. All right.
No, our joke was that we wanted to redo the whole commercial, shot for shot, same everything. But when they get to the point where they say "and twins" instead of the fake boob, big blonde twins, we wanted to cut to those Siamese girl twins who are connected at the head.
Pushed into the area that was kind of both of them, but it's also kind of neither of them. It's like international waters. You could commit crime there. Twins.
Pro wrestling tag team fat guys on motorcycles.
Yeah.
No. But you start zoomed in on that area and make people think it's cleavage, and then you zoom out.
Twins.
I'll shut my camera off now. Sorry, guys.
I was going to shut my camera off to do a joke, and I'm just going to skip it instead. Okay?
One last thing about twins. An article just popped up that I read yesterday where there's a Twinsburg, Ohio, where twins get together and meet each other and whatever not. And an identical set of twin girls married an identical set of twin boys that they met in Twinsburg, and they each had twins. Yeah. It's a really fucked up looking family portrait.
I actually once had I had a carton of eggs like that, where each of the yolks were twins.
Should I just do tips?
Married.
Yes.
Do tips. Deborah, more money for you. We've got Lilith tipped $10. So Deborah doesn't have to worry about hordes of desperate Americans fleeing to Canada. And then Matthew Plummer, $5. Porn in memoriam is another phrase I'll never forget. Hilarious set. Kim Stewart, $10. Hilarious.
Yay.
Tam, $5. Deborah, as a nurse, I strongly encourage you to stay hydrated. We had Jennifer Story, $5 to help Deborah buy better porn.
My thing, Deborah, how often do you have to replace the VCR to keep playing that fucking tape?
It's a bird that types it out on a rock, and I just put the film strip in front of a candle and just look at it.
We had Frank Notaro tip Deborah $5 and DJ $5. Thank you, Frankie. Zara $5. That was hilarious. There's no contraception more effective than a dumb person opening their mouth. Dave Adler $5. We already said that one. Shannon Burke $5 for each comic. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Shaquille $5. Deborah, from porn to young hottie to spider. I loved it. And then we had some other stuff come in. Sean tipped the show and said, Steve, thanks for the soup out. You're hereby re-invited back into the soup group. Sorry for the lack of chicken soup. There was a convention.
I love this joke. It's so weird and great.
That's the same guy.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you to all of the soup people for allowing me back in.
Shaquille tipped the show and said, oh man, I was really late. I was out partying. What I missed looked like we're still on soups. Not wrong.
After being kicked out of the group, Steve was considering suing, but he spelled sue S-O-U.
He almost committed suicide. Anyway.
Alexander Breyer said, don't.
Oh man, did I knock myself out? God. Damn it.
Wait,
Man, did you just knock yourself out? Did she fall? Hold on, here, I want to see her.
That has to be the most unreal soundbite. Oh man, did I just knock myself out? God damn it. Sounds like some Winnebago man shit. Are you okay, Jan?
Where is she?
Jan has disappeared.
Oh no, she's holding her
She's saying
face.
the inside words on the outside like the
Doing
Trump
it.
campaign. This is
An
great.
I'm glad you're still here with us, Jen. Sorry, she's okay. We also turned off her camera.
All right, let's get back to Doodoo Bean. What do you got, Rachel?
Where is Doodoo Bean? He's not been around for a while. Alexander Breyer tipped the show and said, "Don't Google blue waffle."
Don't do that. No. Blue waffle and blue wall are two different things. Do
Oh,
not.
that was for Deb actually. So
Oh no, I have to do it.
Okay.
don't Google blue
I have
waffle.
to now.
Can we watch
Don't
your
do it.
reaction? Can we
Tell
find
them, tell them if they get enough people to do it, they can turn it to a red waffle.
We've
I'm
got
Googling
lawyer-
blue
we've got-
waffle right now. I'm
Yeah,
Googling.
I already
lawyers
did. I already
doing-
did. You guys should though if you want to turn it red. Get a victory.
Rachel.
All eyes on Ben while he Googles blue waffle.
Yeah.
We also had
That doesn't look so bad.
Alexander Breyer tipped the show and said, "My daughter's actually watching the Sklar brothers on Nickelodeon's Unleashed while I watch SDSC."
That's
Nice.
we got to call. We literally got to meet a bear the other. That was like when we were doing a humongous bear, and we got to do a sketch with a bear, which was fantastic.
You shot this recently?
We shot it, yeah, like about a month ago.
Oh wow, so COVID's over. I mean, we're now doing bear shoots.
No, the COVID protocols were pretty intense. They were. I mean, we had temperature checks, and they were unbelievable how they did it, and they kept people apart, and you had to wear masks all the time. But we did shoot a sketch with a bear.
Yeah, the bear was actually wearing a face shield, so it was fine.
Yes.
Bear had gloves on.
Yes.
Am I allowed to talk about, like, I'm almost certain bears eat bats. Is that okay? Or are we not even allowed to mention it when you're on set?
You are not allowed to mention that. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to talk to the bear about politics. That was like a big thing. Please
I one
don't
time
bring-
got. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ben.
I was gonna say I got to play one time with a baby bear, like a little bear cub, and it was adorable. But even as a cub, it was like 6 weeks old. It started knocking me over after a couple seconds and aggressively. I'm like, this is a problem. If it's like a day older than this, it would be very.
I thought you were gonna say really beautiful cub, like sweet paws, very forgiving anus. It was a lot of fun.
I was not gonna say that. No, I was not.
Okay. I thought you were dodging.
Weird assumption. Weird assumption to be honest.
I thought you were going there.
Like, Ben, I thought you were going to go in this direction with that joke.
Uh-oh.
Never considered.
All right,
Rachel, what do we
catch
got?
us up. So we also had Marissa and Myrick tip each comedian $5 and say great sets today. And
Nice.
then Technics 2 Canadian. Bowers, the Soup Troop group loves you too, dude.
Oh, thanks.
All right. And now it's time for the game.
Let's play the game.
So the game today is make a movie more progressive, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to read a couple of the unpaid entries front row. If you guys want to participate, please raise your hand in the participants window and I'll call on you. Comics, we will vote for our favorite entries after I read these unpaid ones. So there was a lot of good unpaids. So Greg Murphy had Don't Tell Trump His Campaign's Dead.
Gotta be one every time. I love it.
Arcanix had Dem and Demmer.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
And then Alpha Numeric Dog had Honey, I Shrunk the Cost of Healthcare and Student Debt.
Nice.
All right, and so starting with our front row, these are the ones that we're going to be voting on. So Tam Brown, kick us off.
I have Get Out of the White House, The Blue Lagoon of Atlanta, and Boss Baby, You're Fired.
Nice.
Nice. Dave Adler.
All right, so I have two.
David, if you could relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Further from
Waiting
the
for a
camera.
prostitute
I like
right
your
now.
fucking
Jesus
bottom of
Christ.
the foot.
Get further from the camera. Dave, are you in the lobby? Jesus Christ.
I don't like your foot in
Dave
that
Adler
position.
fucks. What's going on here? Jeez. All right.
Dave Adler, I don't know how you're an extra in your own video. He's deep background.
I just can't believe how clean his background is. Clearly a hotel.
Yep. Yeah, that is another hotel in New York. So we have "Do the Progressive Thing" by Spike Lee.
Nice.
And then "Blue Dawn."
Blue
Yes.
Dawn. Wolverine.
Shannon Burke.
Turn on. There you are. You're muted.
Now you're unmuted. Talk.
Oh no, your microphone's not working, Shannon.
We'll come right back to you.
We'll
Shannon.
come back to you.
Anybody else?
If not, just write it in the chat. Zara.
Heard you.
I heard her that time.
We just heard you now.
Just heard it.
Yeah, it was just very faint. You just got to speak up.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah.
The devil wears a spray tan.
Nice, worth the wait. Zara.
Nice, Shannon. I have a Toy Story 5, no kink shaming. I have two more. Post-colonial wars, The Empire Writes Back.
Nice.
Critical race theory is a thing. Thank you. And lastly, The Princess and Her Bride. Love you, baby. You slay me, Rachel.
Miss you.
Thank you.
Meg Begley.
Hey. So instead of Don Quixote, Don Quixote. And instead of Rosemary's Baby, Rosemary's Legally Aborted Fetus.
Hayden.
Wow, throwing down the gauntlet day one. I love it.
All right. I've got The Godfather or The Atheist Father because we have freedom of religion. All the president's men get to keep their jobs if they can win a fair and fully counted election. I've got Slumdog Millionaire should be paying a higher marginal tax rate.
Nice.
And finally, West Side Story because that's where all the blue states are.
Nice.
Jennifer.
Hi. I've got Legally High. Dude, where's my bicycle? And Washington, D.C., 51st date.
Nice.
That's really good.
Real good.
And this is my favorite. No Country for Old Pussy Grabbers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have Mrs. and Mrs. Smith.
Good.
This is the end of Trump.
Nice.
And since he was in Home Alone 2, I did Home Alone Blue.
Daniel.
All right. I've got two. Lady Bird Johnson and District 9 Flipped Blue.
Nice.
Nice.
Lindsay.
Eco-safe American Graffiti. West Side No Longer Red Line story. And take your pick, either Ms. Harris or Mr. Biden goes back to Washington.
Nice.
Nice. Bill Thompson, did you have some? No? Okay. Anybody else that want to read theirs on air? Brad, you want me to read yours for you? Okay. So the rest, so we had Frank in the front row had To Kill a Republican.
Careful with that.
I wonder why he didn't want
Of sadness.
to
Of
read
sadness.
it.
He's gonna get killed of sadness.
It's true. And then Debbie does taxes. Brad Clark in our front row had Lord of the Rings, The Return of the Democratically Elected President.
Nice.
And then Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love Universal Healthcare. And the rest of the entries are Jeremy Day had Progresso Duck Soup. Dummy. Ron Gould had Smack a Klansman with 3 Ks. Alexander Breyer, he wanted me to do it in Bernie's voice. That's not going to happen. From dusk till dawn, everyone should make a living wage. Amanasala, bye bye, Donnie. Ron Gould, Field of Dreamers, and the field is the National Mall on Inauguration Day.
Nice.
Jonathan S., Showgirls, that they're every bit as capable at science and math as boys.
Nice.
Yes.
Jonathan S., defund the police academy. Alexander Breyer, Miracle on BLM Ave.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Andrea Gordon, Call Me By Your Name, because the patriarchal tradition of giving you my name is ridiculous. Andrea Gordon, Hidden Figures, finally recognized.
Nice.
A Few Good Men, Women, and Non-Binary Folks. Amanasala, War and Peace. Get it? Instead of War and Peace, War in Peace?
Yes.
That's better. Amanasala, dude, where's my Medicare? Amanasala, live fast and then die something. I'm not going to say it. FJB, instead of Star Wars, Biden-Harris Episode 6, The Return of the Fauci.
Yes.
If I could just encourage people to not kill anyone in your entries, we would really appreciate that.
Then, Amanasala, James and the Giant impeached.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
And that's all of them.
So
Oh,
good.
wow. All right, that was really good.
Oh, wait, Shaquille in our front row has one. He's raising his hand. Shaquille, go ahead.
Sure. I have 2. Sorry, I was a little late. Trump's family devalued.
Nice.
President 45, where are you?
On. All right, I really like those. I really like. Oh man, James and the Giant and Peach was good right at the end. Eco Safe American Graffiti was very funny. I like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mrs. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, the Devil Wears a Spray Tan was really good. Defund the police. God, fuck. I kind of want to go Dem and Demmer, but it wasn't a paid one, so I can't vote for that one. So I guess I'm going to go because I really liked that one. I'm going to go The Devil Wears a Spray Tan. That's the one I'm going to vote for. Randy, which one do you like the best?
So I have 2. Can I give my 2? And
We do
then,
those after we vote. After we vote.
No, yeah. So then, oh my God, there were so many good. Mrs. and Mrs. Smith was it. The reason I love it is that it's simple. But I, like you, loved The Devil Wears a Spray Tan. I thought James and the Giant and Peach was incredible. That was hard to knock it off the spot. But Mrs. and Mrs. Smith, I thought was just fantastic.
All right, awesome. Casey.
My favorite was Showgirls, because you took an already incredibly feminist movie and made it even more feminist. Showgirls, they can do math and science. But if I
Jay froze.
pick one, if it's between the ones that you're choosing from, I think Mrs. and Mrs. Smith is my favorite.
All right, DJ, what was your favorite?
I was holding on. I was sure that Showgirls I was going to be able to get in there and not have to go any other critical. I don't want to.
You don't have to. You can vote for whichever one you want.
Oh, so I'll say Showgirls. Showgirls is mine too. All right.
God, there were so many that were great. And I'm trying to like point out which ones I remember. So you've picked Showgirls. I've got to pick my own.
DJ, don't let other people's vote influence yours.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't have to make my own nominee. Yeah, I'm gonna go Showgirls because I'm thinking of the poster in my head, and I'm like, oh, this could be real funny. Yeah, I'm gonna go Showgirls.
Nice, Deborah. What was your vote?
It's Prada for me. Devil Wears Prada. Excuse me, Devil Wears that spray tan.
All right, Rachel.
I'm gonna choose the Devil Wears a Spray Tan as well.
Cool, Ben.
I choose Showgirls that they're every bit as capable of learning math and science. So good, so good.
All right.
How awesome is it to have so many candidates you like?
Right?
All right. I guess
I'm lost at the rules.
Steve.
I guess I'm gonna be Pennsylvania and break this tie. I'm going with Showgirls. That was
nice. All right. Showgirls is the winner. All right. Randy.
I'm laughing at the response.
Claim your prize at sdscshow.com.
All right, Randy, you say you had a couple?
Yeah, so I have two. Instead of her, there.
Nice.
And the Fast and the Bi-Curious.
Nice.
Hey, you got it.
Mine was the Green New Deal mile. And boys way on the side.
I love it. Deborah, you got any?
The only one that came to me was little non-binary humans.
Nice.
Love it.
Nice. DJ.
I feel theirs are all so much better than mine, but mine was just pretty. Whatever it is, I'm gonna fuck it.
By the way, that is what's called an Indiana progressive.
Right. He's really moved you guys. He's really moved off his spot.
All right. I got 8. Ben, Rachel, Bowers, you got any?
I don't have any.
I got 9 or 10.
I have one more when you guys are done.
All right.
Steve and Ben, back and forth.
Ben, you first then.
Sure. I got 9 actually. I've got instead of Casablanca, Casa no Oranja.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I have Apocalypse Averted.
I've got Clocks Up, Orange.
Nice.
So good.
I have Some Like It Hot, but that doesn't mean we should ignore climate change.
Right.
I've got Some Like It Hot, but we still have to listen to 98% of scientists.
Gone with the Inauguration.
I've got, in honor of John Lewis, A Few Good Troubles.
Nice. I have All the Left Moves.
I've got Little Miss Sunshine State, but we will still send you our old people.
I have Forest That Was Not Cut Down Gump.
I got Taxi Drivers can be independent contractors if they prefer that job flexibility, although typically we prefer employee protections and unions.
A simple one. The Revengers.
Rage Against Bullshit.
Aliens will no longer be separated from their families.
Instead of Gone with the Wind, we've got, according to these results, this election, Bong for the Win.
And something that I fully expect in about February or March, 12 angry Supreme Court justices.
And I've got Lion King 2. Goodbye, Lion King.
All right, Rachel, catch us up.
We know we got one more from.
Oh, I have more.
Oh, right. Sorry.
It's just simple. Joanna Person.
And DJ is like, yes.
I Joe want a person.
I will. It doesn't matter.
I do want a person.
All right, great job. Do we have a new leady song? I heard there was a new leady
Oh
song.
yeah, fuck.
Do we have a new
One
leady
sec.
song? All right.
Yeah, so we had his name is who did it? His name on YouTube is Alpha Numeric Dog. So this is it's 30 seconds long. This is a leady doodle that he created.
A sweet young artist girl is she, princess of online comedy, doodling so quickly when she's on SDSC. It's Lady Doodle time. It's Lady Doodle time. It's Lady Doodle time. It's Lady Doodle time. It's Doodle time with Lady Corbin.
Oh,
wow! That's awesome.
That is so great. Edie, you are now equipped to host your own kids show in the 1950s.
I could have done that. It's
Oh my god, that's the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
In fairness, you're 18. Only 5 things have happened to you.
And you live in New Mexico, so
Performed
Melissa's
for Ruth
show-
Bader Ginsburg, and that was the coolest thing to ever happen to me.
Holy shit. All right.
And twins! And then I have Bowers fawning over Rachel's brother. He's so hot. I bet he gets all the pussy.
Thank you, Deborah. So good.
That should be the new story of the new Spider-Man.
The millionaire possum.
Oh, my heart.
And then I have Rachel picking up the pillow to hear "Never Gonna Give You Up." And then I have every time Glenn Beck cries, a mosquito gets its wings. I have Trump being very sad and naked on the beach. With a pointy ass. And then I have DJ with his multiple belts.
Yes.
I have
That
the
one would not
progression-
fit.
I have the progression of Dave over the next couple of episodes. That's where he'll be in the next one, just out in nature. The one after that, he'll be in the restroom probably. So I've got a couple of entries. Then here he is on Kilimanjaro. I expect great things from you, Dave. I pledge allegiance to the soup. Hear that, you wooden bitch? And then and then the sweet taste of victory. And then this has been like my favorite thing I've ever drawn probably on SDSC. It's the Trump statue on and then the bottom half of the statue would look like that probably. It's coming out the other side of the moon.
Oh, you're a genius.
Oh my god.
Oh, if you've got the science, we've got the first draft.
By the way, while that was happening, Rachel just
my
texted.
God.
Rachel just texted us and said,
Fucked me up.
Rachel just texted us and said, listen to the whole thing first. Said, gave us a link and said, source Reuters via PBS. VP Mike Pence to be sworn as acting president. White House officials say President Trump resigned at midnight tonight in protest. And then if you click it, it is just the no, don't show it. If you click it, it's just the giant black eye with the big cock. That's what.
And then if you click that, you get Rickrolled.
I don't know if we were working on a joke or a prophecy today.
I have not been cockrolled
The
in like
messages that
3
came
months.
in. The messages that came in before they clicked on the article, it was like, fuck, it's to pardon him. Wow. And then it's like, oh my God, fuck you, Rach.
Actually, so I said, wow, that must be to pardon him. And then I looked on Twitter really quick and there was nothing about it. So I'm like, all right, that's weird. And then I saw it's .jpg on the link. And I was like, what is this? So then I realized what it was. And I said, Rachel, that article is insane. And then Ben clicked on it. So
I was literally so in shock. I was sitting here like, oh my God, he still has a way out. He still has a way out. And I got cockrolled.
Dick roll. What are you talking about?
Dick
Yeah,
roll.
did you guys see the
Dick roll.
you
That's it.
guys see the GIF from yesterday? It's my favorite thing that ever happened. Can you highlight me, Taylor, so I can show this one?
Casey.
Sorry, Casey. Forgot. Here we go. This is for the Sklar brothers because I didn't see this yesterday.
Okay. I mean, I love Ben Gleib, and I would never say this about him, but I feel like we all just got prick rolled.
Oh, God damn it.
Never say it about him. I love him too much.
Rachel, can you catch up on other than big black dicks?
Last thing is we had Tasha Lee. Venmo was acting up for her, but she said her late entry is not my big fat orange president.
I love it. Awesome. All right, Sklars, you've got a big show coming up, right? What's you got
Yes.
at the Nowhere Comedy? What you got coming
Yeah,
up?
Nowhere Comedy tonight, 6:30 p.m. live Dumb People Town. Our
6:30
guest
p.m. West Coast time.
West Coast time, 9:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Mountain.
Yes.
We'll be doing our thing. Our guests are John Hamm and the musical band Tennis. Tennis will be playing.
Nice.
It's a great show. We only have, as of like an hour or two ago, there's like 17 like Ticket Plus tickets left, 2 group tickets and 5 couples tickets. So I mean, it's gonna sell out, but we'd love for anybody who's here, wants to celebrate with us. It is gonna be such a fun hour and a half of just pure joy. And we're gonna announce who our holiday. We have a great guest and musical guest that we're gonna announce tonight for the holiday show, which is coming up on December 12th. On a Saturday night, we're doing a live Dumb People Town then. So check that out in our daily podcast, Scarborough Country, the Virus Edition. We love you guys. This is so much fun.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging, Sklars.
I cannot recommend Dumb People Town enough. I'm hosting it tonight. It's an absolute blast. I mean, they got John Hamm, for crying out loud, on the day that Trump lost the election. You gotta come check out the show. It's just a great way to laugh at stupidity. So please come join.
Very cool. Awesome, guys. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Love you guys so much.
Love you guys.
Deborah, where do we find you at in the world?
I just put up my Instagram handle, so find me there. I post all my shows and stuff there. So check it out. Join me there.
Very cool.
This was
Thank
so
you for
fun.
being
Thank
here.
you so much. This was so fun.
You were awesome. We'll see you
Yeah,
next
we're
time.
great.
Have a great afternoon.
Thanks.
Be
DJ,
aware though, guys. It's gonna in the chat's not gonna do anything for the audience.
Yeah. So say it, Deborah, because they
sorry. A DEBRADG. That's my handle. DEBRADG. Debra DG.
All right. Sounds great. We'll see you next time. DJ, where do we find you at, buddy?
DJ Dangler. I'm easy to find at everything. That's a silly name. You can find me. I'm easy.
We've learned that. All right. Appreciate it, buddy. We'll see you next time. Keep holding down the fort in Indiana for me. I appreciate it. As always, you can find me at Bowers Comedy. Check out our podcast with Todd McComas and Savannah Martin called Doc Heads, wherever you get podcasts. It's about an every other week podcast. We can't get our shit together to do it every week. So check that out. Ben, what you got coming up?
The 18th, I will be at Nowhere Comedy Club doing the next Gleib Off the Top. So please check that out. And that's all. I might be in Washington, D.C. next week for my first in-person shows, or it might be postponed to right after Inauguration Day.
Do you think like a lot of ex-candidates, you'll get a cabinet position? Do you think that's going to happen for you?
It only if Carmel can't reach something on top.
The cabinet. Yeah, I get it. That's good. Steve, what do you got coming up?
First of all, shout out to our comedians, Debra DiGiovanni Dangler, it's a weird thing. That was supposed to be better. I appreciate you guys watching this show, much like Trump will be doing as watching the inauguration. It's nice to have the audience with us, and as always, check me out at Nowhere Comedy Club. My next show is November 25th.
Steve, I think DJ and Debra's relationship name would be like I had it would be Thirsty Possum. I think that would be.
My Thirsty Possum is playing at the Roxy.
That sounds like a progressive movie or like a super not progressive.
Dara just put in the chat, "WAP, wet ass possum."
Why?
All right. Well, we did it once again. Audience, thank you so much for being here on this big celebration day. Huge crowd, 30 people in the audience. This has been awesome. So thank you so much. We will see you on Tuesday, right? Tuesday is our next show. So we'll see you Tuesday. You guys have been amazing. As always, we appreciate it. And we will see you on Tuesday. Rach, you got anything to catch us up on before we get out of here?
Yeah, we do. So audience, if you could turn off your cameras. And then last tip that came in is actually for Leedy. We had Lilith tip Leedy $50 for supplies.
Thank you.
Yay.
Nice. That's awesome. That tip came out of nowhere. It was a supplies.
Supplies.
I'm so sorry. I'm in a really good mood. I'm sorry.
Get it.
Steven is so rarely in a good mood to apologize when it happens.
The only way I ever apologize.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see you Tuesday. Yeah, and I just want to say, look, everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that. I know Steve doesn't like when people say that shit, but I'm saying the pandemic did suck, but it did get us this day, right? So we had to all make a sacrifice and stay in our house for 9 months to get rid of this asshole, and I think it was worth it. So I'll see you Tuesday.
All right, and it is the last time I will gloat about it, but I just want to say I'm really happy that I am a lady in the streets, but a freak in the spreadsheets. See y'all on Tuesday.
One of the most disturbing things I've ever heard. I don't like hearing any of those words at all. What a thing, you guys. A journey and a half. Just can't wait to see the orange crybaby dragged out kicking and screaming. But what a wonderful bit of news today. And I also just heard Biden won. Amazing. Thank you for getting us through one of the dark periods of history and being here with us. And it definitely we take steps backwards, but as Martin Luther King Jr. so eloquently said, the arc of justice bends the arc of fuck. I messed it up really bad.
The first draft.
Luther King said the art of fuck.
Something Ben knows.
Quotation.
If you want to help, I can help you with that one.
The arc of
I have a fuck.
And me your fucks.
He said the
Hey,
arc.
Ben, I'm so super sorry because I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I
Wait.
feel like you might appreciate if I give you this quote because you're.
He has it. He's good.
I got it.
Okay, you got it because
He's got it.
I got it right here.
Get
It
intro.
is. I had a bad dream about people in their underwear in front of me during a speech. Wait, no. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, the arc of history bends towards justice. So we're getting there, and we're getting a little closer towards where we need to be. And thanks for being along our side. Good night. We'll see you guys on Tuesday.
What's in the cue card?
What was the quote?
Lean to the left.